Hello there. It's nice seeing you again. I hope you had the chance to catch my previous video where we delved into the fascinating world of design elements. If you haven't seen it yet, feel free to check it out. It's a crucial foundation for what we are about to explore today. Now get ready for the sequel, as we take those design elements and dive into the next level of creativity. In this video, we are going to unravel the secrets behind creating designs that are either irresistibly appealing or, well, perhaps a bit more challenging. Yes, it's time to unravel the principles of design. So buckle up as we navigate through the principles that can transform your creations into visual masterpieces. Whether you are a seasoned designer or just starting on this creative journey, there's something valuable for everyone. Don't forget to hit that like button if you are ready to unlock the principles of design, and of course, subscribe for more exciting content. Let's embark on this design adventure together and start with balance. Have you ever looked at a banner or a poster and sensed that something was off? Yet, you couldn't quite pinpoint the issue. You scrutinize every detail, but the flaw seems hard to catch. It's the overall look and vibe that just don't click. Well, that's the sign of an unbalanced composition in design. On the other hand, a balanced design makes every element fall perfectly into place. Balance in design is not just a visual treat, it's a fundamental principle that determines whether your end product will be absolutely appealing or, let's face it, a bit on the appalling side. Balance isn't a one-size-fits-all concept. It's a dance of proportions. It could be through the careful consideration of size, the strategic arrangement of shapes, or even the artful play of contrast. For instance, the visual weight of three small objects might perfectly offset that of one large object. Alternatively, a small dark and shaded element can cleverly balance the visual weight of a large lighter counterpart. Now let's move to our next design principle, movement. In the world of design, movement is the secret force that breathes life into static images. Think of it as a visual choreography, directing the viewer's gaze with finesse. Just like a skilled conductor guides an orchestra, you, as a designer, can use movement to orchestrate the viewer's journey through your creation. It's not just about static visuals, it's about leading the eye seamlessly to where you want it to be. Whether it's a subtle curve, a dynamic diagonal, or a carefully placed element, movement transforms your designs into a captivating visual narrative. Let's look into rhythm now. Imagine your design as a piece of music where the spaces between notes create a rhythm. Similarly, in design, the spaces between elements can give your visuals a rhythm of their own. Rhythm, in simple terms, is a type of movement in art or design often brought to life by repeating certain elements. Now there are different types of rhythm. First up is regular rhythm. Regular rhythm is when everything is spaced out evenly, like a neat sequence. Irregular rhythm brings a bit of unpredictability, mixing things up. Flowing rhythm refers to an artwork that contains curved or circular elements and gives your designs a sense of movement like a gentle flow. It makes you feel as if the design is moving or flowing. An artwork that contains curved or circular elements that give the art movement. Next up is progressive rhythm. Progressive rhythm shows a sequence of changes step by step. Alternating rhythm uses patterns across your designs for a consistent result. Now, why does it matter? Rhythm isn't just about making things look nice. It adds depth and guides the viewer's eye through your creation. It can be bold, directing attention, or subtle, quietly leading the viewer around without them even realizing it. With rhythm, your designs become not just pictures, but visual stories with a captivating beat. Alright, let's talk about variety. A cool design trick that's like mixing up the perfect recipe. Variety is all about blending different elements, colors, lines, shapes, you name it, to make your design interesting and grab attention. It's like a visual spice that keeps things lively. Variety is a big idea from the world of Gestalt theory. Fancy term, right? But all it means is how we naturally dig variety in what we see. Big things are balanced by small, curved by angular, soft by hard, fat by thin. It's a balancing act. We humans crave a bit of spice in our visual buffet, but not too much that it gets overwhelming. It's like finding the right mix so your eyes stay happy and your design feels complete. Remember, our tolerance for sameness is limited. We require variety to satisfy our visual appetites, not so much variety that the sense of wholeness is sacrificed. Let's talk about repetition, a design superhero that can either make your creations pop or, if not handled well, lead it into the realm of monotony. Repetition is all about doing things over and over, like a cool pattern that catches your eye. It can be in the form of radiation, where the repeated elements spread out from a central point, or gradation, where the repeated elements become smaller or larger. It often works with a pattern which makes it seem active, and rhythm, which helps to create different types of it. Picture trees, thorns, or fish scales in nature. That's natural repetition, but with a twist of variety. Now here's the secret. Too much of the same thing without a hint of change gets boring. It's like a song stuck on repeat. Eventually you want something new. Introduce a bit of variety and suddenly it's a dance. Our brains love a little surprise. It keeps things interesting. Repetition without variation becomes predictable, like a patterned wallpaper. Not bad, but not super exciting either. It's more like decorative art. Now think of your brand. A little repetition is key for brand recognition. For example, the iconic shape of a McDonald's Happy Meal box, consistent worldwide, right? But here's the twist. The surprise inside, the Happy Meal toy, changes every few weeks. So the takeaway, repetition is your friend, but variety is the spice of design life. Add some flair, keep it interesting, and watch your design come to life. It's like a symphony. The right notes of repetition and variation creates harmony. Next is proportion. Proportion in design is like the recipe for a perfect dish. It's all about getting the right ingredients in the right amounts. Think of it as finding the sweet spot where everything fits together just perfectly. There are two ways this plays out. It's either harmonious, like a well-tuned melody, or unbalanced, when things are a bit out of sync. Forget about rulers and measurements. We are more interested in how shapes and lines relate to each other. It's the special connection that can make your design a hit or a miss. Now let's look into contrast. Contrast in design is like magic that make things pop. It's all about differences. Light and dark, big and small, rough and smooth, you name it. Think of it as the spotlight in a performance, guiding your eyes to what truly matters. Just like a superhero needs a bold costume, the most important stuff in your design needs the most contrast. Imagine a painting where everything is super bright or super dark. It can be a bit too much, right? So we carefully pick where to put the most contrast to avoid chaos. Now, contrast isn't just about colors. It's a team of opposites, like red and green, thick and thin lines, or horizontal and vertical. Playing with contrast is like highlighting the coolest parts of your design. Ever notice how the Apple logo stands out? That's like the magic of dark versus light contrast. Contrast is like having a secret weapon to grab attention. And guess what? It's not just about looking good. Contrast is buddies with readability. Big versus small, thick versus thin, etc. These differences make your design easy on the eyes. It's like making sure your message is crystal clear. But hold up, there's more. Contrast has a best friend named white space. It's the empty space that gives your design room to breathe, like pauses in music. White space organizes things and makes the important stuff shine. It's the secret sauce for a clean and stylish look. So, when you see a design that makes you go, wow, chances are contrast is the unsung hero. Alright, design enthusiasts, let's talk about a game changer in making your creation stand out. Emphasis, also known as dominance or focus. Picture this. You have something important, like being a vegan cake company in a world of regular cakes. You want that vegan message to pop. That's where emphasis kicks in. It's like putting a spotlight on the star of the show. Emphasis is not just about making things different, which is usually done using contrast. It's about making them important. Imagine Burger King. What's the first thing you think of? Those massive burgers in their ads, right? That's the power of emphasis in action. Now, there are 3 stages to this emphasis party. First, dominant, the star player. This is your main focus, like burgers in Burger King example, given the most visual weight and usually upfront. Subdominant, the supporting actor. These are the secondary elements like background details adding to the overall story. Third one is subordinate, the background crew. The least visually heavy, usually in the background, completing the scene. Now, how do we achieve this emphasis magic? 1. By placing things in prominent positions. 2. By playing with interesting or unusual shapes and colors. 3. By leaving space around your main things. 4. By playing with light. It's like your design's spotlight. Now, here's a cool trick. Ever heard of the rule of thirds or golden ratio? If you have watched my previous videos, then you must already have heard of it. These are like secret weapons for planning where your emphasis should go. They help strike the perfect balance between being noticed and fitting right in. And here's a fun fact to keep in your design toolkit. The visual center is where your eyes naturally focus, slightly above and to the right of the actual center. It's like the VIP spot in a visual party. So, if you want your design to be the talk of the town, master the art of emphasis. Alrighty, let's talk about unity, a crucial principle in design. It's not about each design element doing its own thing. It's about all of them working together like a team. Imagine unity as the harmony that happens when everything in your design clicks into place. Have you ever seen a design where the colors, fonts, and everything just seemed off? That's a lack of unity. For a design to look good, all the visual pieces need to connect and work together. Unity makes your designs neat, clean, and organized, sending a clear message. If you ignore unity, your design might end up looking messy and people could easily ignore it. In the world of graphic design, achieving visual unity is the key. It means all elements agree and work together seamlessly. So let's make your designs not just catch eyes, but work together like a well-coordinated dance. Remember, in design, unity is the name of the game. And lastly, let's talk about gradation. Imagine design as a journey of gradual changes, where each step leads to a visual story. This is gradation, a powerful design principle achieved by transitioning slowly from one element to another. For instance, you can start small and gradually move to larger shapes, or smoothly shift from dark to light colors, creating a captivating effect. Gradation is like the magician's wand, adding depth, perspective, and even suggesting movement in your design. Let's break it down and look into linear perspective. Think of it like a road getting smaller as it stretches into the distance. Gradation in size and direction creates this illusion, guiding the viewer's eye along the path. For aerial perspective, picture colors changing from warm to cool and dark to light. This gradation mimics the way things appear distant in the air, adding realism. Movement through gradation can be achieved by grading a shape from dark to light, which guides the viewer's eye along its journey, adding a dynamic touch. Without gradation, the view can become static. Lastly, it can be used to show passage of time. Gradation through a series of images tell a story over time. It's like a visual timeline suggesting movement and change. So whether it's creating depth, suggesting perspective, or adding a touch of magic to your design, gradation is your go-to tool. It's the art of the gradual shift that turns your static images into dynamic visual stories. In a nutshell, these principles are like the friendly guidelines of design. You can choose to follow them or not, but here's the deal. They act as the secret sauce beneath the surface, quietly shaping the foundation of your design. I hope you found the content helpful and inspiring. Feel free to check out my other videos related to design. And if you enjoyed this one, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more design insights. Don't forget to share with your friends and fellow designers. Hasta la vista, cheero!